confident are you that AI/ML and Paul Duffy here fit this criteria, and what specifically gave you this confidence for this play?
So I've done a lot in the space of biotech. We had a company called Visible Genetics years ago. We financed it at 20 cents. It went to $120 on NASDAQ. It's in pharmacogenomics, which was personalized medicine. We went through the FDA. So I've been in many companies from beginning to exit. And with AI/ML, we think they've made a major disruptive invention, perhaps the most disruptive in 60 years in medical diagnostics around the heart. And it's all based on AI. So we're extremely positive. They've made a lot of progress and announcements, and that's why we wanted Paul here with us today.
Yeah, of course. And I actually want to mention that 60-year number that you just brought up here, Sheldon, because, Paul, can you tell us what AI/ML innovation's 60-year breakthrough invention is?
Yeah, sure. I'd love to. So give me a minute or two to kind of go through it. So very, very top level, to be frank, what we ended up inventing and then patenting was a novel way to measure a heartbeat. And I know that sounds somewhat, I'll just call it superficial or naive, but the truth of it is it allows us with our neural net technology to go into an actual recording of your heartbeat, typically through an ECG, an electrocardiogram device. And inside that signal, we're able to identify not just the pulse, but in fact the start of what they call the P wave, so the start and stop of that wave, the start and stop of the QRS complex, and then the start and stop of the T wave. Now, a little bit science here, but if you think about taking those data points and putting them into a glorified Excel spreadsheet, now imagine that you do that for 2 or more heartbeats. But over the course of a day, you now have 100,000 heartbeats. So with that quantum of data, we then set up another table, believe it or not, that looks at the differences between how those data points are changing.